Welcome everyone, we are back with Norway Chess 2026 Pragg versus Wesley So. The game starts with knight f3, d5, e3, knight f6, and c4, and slowly we have a transposition to English opening where Pragg is saying that I'm going to put the queen up here and maybe I will choose d4 as well later on. We have e6 and now b3, bishop goes here, queen, bishop goes here, and then we have bishop d3, bishop d6, bishop e2, castles, bishop e2. So the idea of bishop e2 is to delay castling for as long as possible, and white may start throwing g4, g5, and long castle. After queen e7, we have rook g1, d6. I think central play was something that was needed here to go e5, maybe e4, so that you are beating the flank attack with central play, the principal chess. But okay, we have b6, g4, bishop b7, g5, and knight e8, and after that h4, c5. Now Wesley is trying to create play in the center with c5, but it doesn't pose correct problem like uh, confrontation problem, so it's not so easy. And Pragg just goes h5, rook d8, castles, and d4. Now with d4, you have we can e4 square as well. So white goes knight e4, e5, and knight h5. Just putting this knight on f5 to see outpost, and then we have g6, bishop e3. Just putting the bishop on a good square, and after knight g7, f4. Say you can take this one, but I will go f5, and then things will be out of hand. So we have knight h5 and f5 as mentioned before, and bishop c7 and rook f1. So just bringing the pieces to the king side and slowly building up the position, and we have some more moves. The goal is to take up here and open up the king side, and after knight b8. Wesley tries to be ingenious because once you take up here, he does not want to take back, but rather he takes support e4, and we have queen g4, saying you can take this one, but you are not going to survive for long in this position. Specifically, h7 will open up. So, and there would be ideas of f6 as well, with some rook h1 and then knight g6 idea. So it's going to be over if you take this one. As a result, we have bishop takes f5, knight takes f5, and queen e6. But knight h6 comes, and you can take up here because the bishop takes, and then you are just a healthy pawn, and f7 is falling, e5 is another weakness. So we have g takes h5, and right now white is down a piece, but because of the piece activity and how bad these pieces are placed, white is completely winning, and we have queen h5, and there will be tricks of rook f6 and rook h1 to go knight f7 as well. So we have queen g6 trading of the queens, but this two gives away the rook on d8, and that is when white has successfully traded up one advantage, that is of initiative and better piece activity for the material advantage with this exchange of position. So now the goal is to convert it, and it starts by putting up these pieces on the good squares. After knight d7, we have rook c6 attacking bishop, and after bishop b8, we have this rook. So this rook will join the game, and it will be over shortly. And after rook e8, we have bishop c3. You know, and after knight f8, rook f6 comes, and some more shuffling happen. And the point is to choose one the pieces, and at one point black fortress will break. So king f7 comes, and just trying to use the a prime, and after that bishop f6 comes, bishop e5, rook takes d7, removing the defender of d5 bishop, and you cannot go like survive this because it is this and this. So we have rook takes d7, and after bishop takes e5 and rook f6 and bishop f4. It was in this position that Wesley So resigned, and Pragg has won his game in the Armageddon. So the classical game was drawn, and that was a 2 draw. but instructive one where both sides play very accurately. If you want, do comment. I will make a video on that game as well. And like and subscribe. Thank you.